Hey, Earl Harville of EarlVOX Studio here with today's Vocal Insight. I have had people to ask me throughout my 26, almost 27 year career teaching voice, why do I love it so much? Because I guess it's quite apparent when I'm in the teaching studio that I really kind of love the work that I do. Well, here's why. Singing is I think one of the most joyous things that a human being can do. And to be able to help folks find their way to the magic of singing is extremely rewarding. There's nothing like when you see a student have a breakthrough and they've climbed that vocal hill and they've conquered it, and you see that they've realized they got there. There is really not a lot of feelings that I think top that, right? But there's also the part of me that is the science person. Before majoring in music, I was a nursing major because I was always crazy about anatomy and physiology and all of that. So teaching singing allows me to combine my musical side with my science side. And it's fun being kind of like a vocal detective. You're trying to figure out what is missing in this person's approach to singing that's keeping them from getting to where they want to get to. And how can we unlock that? I get a chance to be a little bit of a detective in that way. And I would also say that part of the reason why I love what I do as a voice teacher is that it allows me to pay forward what I got from my piano teacher and my music theory, sight singing, ear training instructor when I was at IUN, Indiana University Northwest, here in little old Gary, Indiana. I was a nursing major. At this point, I was 18. I was playing in my first band. I was starting to write songs. And I started studying with the piano teacher who was on the faculty there. And it started to change my world. And she saw that there was something that I had that I probably should pursue. And then the very next year, my sophomore year, her name, Barbara Cunningham, by the way. She was an amazing lady. And then my second year of college, I started to take my first music theory classes. And Dwight Davis was our professor. And again, he saw and heard something that he thought needed to be further explored. And he poured into me, and he was the one who told me that I should look at schools like Columbia College Chicago or Berklee College of Music, because classical music wasn't necessarily the thing I was going to try to do professionally. So he was the one who really pointed me toward those places that would be good for me. He even tutored me for one semester for free in sight singing, ear training, music theory to make sure that I would be ready for when I thought I was leaving to go to Berklee College of Music in 1990, which I ended up not going because it was too expensive. That's not the whole story. So those two folks poured into me and believed in what I had. So as a voice and piano teacher, I get a chance to do that. I pour into every student who walks through my door, but when I see a student that I see a spark, I think about what was done for me, and now I get a chance to do that in return for somebody else, so that hopefully they will then light the candle for the next person after them. Keeping the art of music alive, but the joy of music, the feeling of home with music. I get a chance to do that all the time. And for almost 27 years now.